Alright guys, it's your favourite Bushcraft Brum here, Bushcraft, and that's Brum with an R. There's three of us out today. This is Al, who's a sergeant instructor in the Army Cadet Force. And Tom, who's holding the camera, you're going to know anyway.
Hi guys.
So we're doing a 48-hour survival challenge called Brusca 48. Brusca means Britain, US, Canada. There's quite a few people that's going to do it. I don't know how many's going to film it. But basically the rules are you come out with minimal kit and you try and rely on the natural resources that are around in the forest. So we're out with minimal kit. We haven't got sleeping bags, tents, hammocks, tarps, anything like that. We've got some hunting and trapping stuff. We've got a pot, we've got some water, we've got minimal food. Yeah, so it's the brainchild of a guy called Woodsman661 who's on Twitter, and basically he just challenged me to it, so I thought why not. So join us.
Alright guys, what we've got is a little bit of hawthorn, and with the hawthorn you can see the little spikes on it, just there. And what you can use those spikes for is an improvised fishing hook, so you can just break it off. Once you break it off, you can tie a little bit of natural cordage onto it, or a little bit of your fishing line onto it, and as you can see you've got quite an effective little spike there. It's a little bit too soft for using as your bow drill, as you can see in the pans later.
It's true, that stuff. If it's like wet, you can't actually drink from it as long as you...
Yeah, squeeze it.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Okay guys, there's our first bit of food. Found some blackberries, what's left over of them.
All that sort of gently working on.
Yeah.
Gorse. Alright then. Didn't think there was any left, to be honest.
I didn't think he was going to share it, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, alright.
I'll try with that. Cheers, buddy.
It's quite bitter, but I think we need more bitters in our diet. Spat that.
See if we've got a plastic bag, we'll take that with us, we can use some of it for bait. And my knowledge is break up anyway, because we're feeling backwards. There we go.
Sweet chestnuts.
Some sweet chestnuts. A valuable resource of a pine tree. Fantastic, your little pine,
nice, actually, yeah.
little pine nuts on the end. Break them off and eat them. Fruity.
Yeah, they are nice.
Nice and fruity, aren't they? Well, look a little bit further up the branch on this one. See little bubbles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that contains all your pine resin.
Sticky as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You can see the smoke coming off it as well from the pine. Happy with that?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice bit of pine resin.
Let's grab some of the needles for some tea later as well. That's a Lansky World Legal knife. 2.75 inch blade, 550C stainless steel. Completely legal. And they're about 20 quid, I think.
So is that non-locking then?
It's non-locking, yeah. Yeah. But you can see, you know, you can just see how strong it is and how wide it is. You could baton with that. Obviously nothing big. But it's a hefty knife for a legal knife. You probably don't want to take it through the airport.
No.
Lansky World Legal Urban Tactical Knife.
Basically what I'm using this weekend, the only type of sleeping equipment that I've brought with me is one of these, which is the Soul Escape Bivvy, and Soul standing for Survive Outdoors Longer, apparently. This one is the OD green. You can get them in orange. Generally the orange one is the one that's a little bit more common, but after hunting around on the internet I got this one from Amazon, I think it was, and it was actually cheaper than the orange one, so I thought that's good. This one retails out at about 40 quid. They're foil lined on the inside. I'll just show you the inside of the bag, which is virtually the same as the inside of the main bivvy itself. So you've got like your mylar blanket on the inside of that. This one they class as being breathable and semi-water resistant or semi-water repellent, which is good enough for me. Hopefully it won't rain this weekend, but we're intending on building a half-decent shelter to accommodate for that fact anyway. However, with these, they reckon that they reflect 70% of your body heat back towards you. So, as I say, this is the only thing I've got to sleep in this weekend. No roll mat, nothing else, no poncho, no tarp or anything like that. Just this one item. So, by the end of the weekend, I will tell you whether it's worth purchasing or whether it's worth throwing in the bin. All good. It does, yeah. Just made this little leather dump pouch, and it works on the same sort of principle as your Maxpedition roly-poly sort of bag. It will roll up and then clip onto itself. As you can see at the moment, we've been collecting tinder on the way in here, various bits and bobs, so we've got something in it. But basically it's a soft leather pouch that I've made, and I've made it so it fits onto any type of belt. Just pop stud it on, and I've put a draw cord around the top so that when the bag's full up you can keep your tinder in one place without it falling out. The cordage that I've used on it as well is jute twine, and anybody that knows anything about fire lighting will know that jute twine is also used for fire lighting techniques. It'll spark from a ferrocerium rod. There we go. Time to try out the new Bushcraft Essentials mini stove.
Did you steal that out of a doll's house?
Looks like it, doesn't it? It's one of the smallest stoves ever made, apparently. I just bought it because it was cute. Because I'd never seen a cooker so small and cute in my life, so I thought I'll have that. We'll try it out down the forest. I think that's another one, look. And it's basically...
Go on then, Tom, down in one.
Yeah.
You need that protein.
This would be a great source of protein.
Got some field mint. So I think we're going to make some mint tea.
That is really strong as well.
Yeah.
Really strong flavours, yeah.
It's probably not in the best knit, but that'll do. It's a bear trap, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the size of the
I saw him in
trap.
Alaska, you know, when I went across Alaska.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, when I went bear trapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has your frostbite now? You got that sorted?
I just lopped the toes off, man, I don't need them.
No, they're overrated, aren't they, toes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardly
Wow, I got some on the other foot.
overrated.
So we've done 3 lean-tos, interconnecting. And we've covered it with hazel and fern. So we're just going to put the final layers over the top now, and this is it. We've got a couple of ducks in there that was kindly gifted to Tom yesterday. In the spirit of transparency, we didn't catch them, so we're going to prepare them in a bit and cook them over the fire. We're just making a spit for the ducks. We're doing 2 cross pieces of hazel, we're doing that times 2 with a split across the middle. So we're just staking out the hazel now.
It'll work.
Should be a smelling sauce.
Yeah. Okay, another one of Tom's tips. If you're going to nail a post into the ground, place your foot against the base of the post itself. Lean your knee into it so that you can steady the pole, and then drive it in.
Guys, have you noticed that we haven't beveled these? Because we don't really, we're rough and ready, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's no finesse.
No finesse at all. Okay, if you're doing this with 2 people, Alistair can lean his foot up against the hole that side. I can lean up against the wood this side. It helps brace the stick before you drive it into the ground. It helps concentrate the power straight the way down through the stick rather than getting any flex.
I've got that night like mine, but I don't feel sick.
Oh, you'd be surprised, you know, what you see when it's wrong.
I'll tell you what, guys, people are going to think I'm a one-trick pony with these upside down fires.
Yeah.
They work there, don't they? They're easy.
Yeah, they are, yeah. Well, the idea is, in the situation that we're in at the moment, we want to be able to light it so we can find our camp, because we've got to go off and try and find some better wood, because some of these ain't exactly the best for burning. It might spit a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit punky as well at the bottom.
Yeah, and some of it's a bit punky.
Guys, we've just been to get some water, and I'll just show you this. This is a Nalgene wide mouth bottle. MCQ Bushcraft gave me the link to this, so thanks for that, Mike. Yeah. I've made the bail wire the same as per his video. The only difference is I don't really connect it to the top. I've made it long enough so you can just actually twist it round and slip it under there, so I don't actually need to attach the top. But yeah, this is a mosquito net as well, which used to filter the debris out the top. So these are awesome things as well. The mosquito net, head nets, stuff sacks, and you can use them to filter the debris as well. So you can do 3 things with it, and they're really lightweight as well. So good thing to have.
So this is all the material that we found earlier when we came in here. All the various bits of tinder, dry grass, etc. And Gaz is that a bit of char cloth, was it, Gaz?
It's a bit of char cloth and that thistle that we found.
Yeah.
The grass is a bit damp.
I'll just leave it build up a bit of heat. There we go, we have fire using a traditional steel and flint. Yep. What I want to do to start with, boys, is deflop them, defeather them, and anything on the breast, work the opposite way, pulling at the pill, like that. And just want to keep going.
Put it the other way then.
Yeah, let's put it back uphill. You can normally get your thumb in underneath it and twist using your forefinger against the breast. Once you start getting down to the tail end, Gaz, if you start pulling the feathers the opposite way.
Okay.
Yep. Now if you pull the feathers back up.
That way?
Yep. It's always the next bit.
Okay.
Don't worry about the head too much. We're going to cut that off in a bit. A little bit stripped now, so what you do is you find the bend in the leg. Cut the tendons on the front, cut the tendons on the back. Snap it. Wind them around like that. When they come off, and there, that's your sinew. You know, so like when you read about it in your SAS magazines and all that sort of stuff and everything that you hear on telly, use the sinew for, you know, cordage and all that. Well, that's what it is. So, as you can see, it's quite fibrous, and you can twist it up. You do exactly the same with the wing. So where it comes in, that's about there. You can slice it down there. Slice it at the back. And that's what he's been eating, look. You can see what's come out of the throat. Try pulling. There you go.
Cool. And then lift up.
That juice squirting in the face.
For the heart and that.
Turn it round, do the same the other side, and grab all the heart out, and anything that's left over in there. Everything out, Gaz.
Everything's out, man. I
Fantastic.
just want to lick my fingers.
Carry on. Okay guys, excellent, looking good. So the idea now then is that we finish off cleaning them all up, getting all the rest of the feathers off and everything. Wash them through, clean them all out, and get them on the spit.
Yeah. They're all our products, and you see them like you used to see them. Literally getting that like square sent down.
Oh my god.
And that's what.
This is our sleeping kit. I've got a mylar blanket and a British Army Gore-Tex bivvy on the top and just a few leaves underneath. And I've made a makeshift pillow out of leaves and an old Bergen liner.
Bushcraft. I think it's lovely, do you know what I mean? Because for once there's somewhere that's selling everything in one place. Spider. Centipede. Woodlice. Woodlice. Slug. All on one tree.
It's like a nursery video.
Yeah.
Is that a harvestman? Yeah.
He's another good centipede. Yes, he is, but they seem like really hard.
Hard wearing.
Like, yeah, and so.
My idea was like, I'll get everything. I wrote like a kit list out as such. Yeah. You know,
Oh yeah, man. Cheers, dude.
My god.
Oh man.
Nice sunny day, and literally as we went up, it was getting cooler and cooler.
Yeah.
And you got to the top, and still like, not lots of snow, but like little bits of snow like dotted.
Guys, it's morning now, I'm the first one up. I slept like a baby. A baby of ADHD that cried all night. No, I slept okay actually. I'm really grateful for having like a down jacket. I've got an Alp kit jacket. It's awesome, man. I'm really glad I bought this. And I'm really thankful really that I bought that bivvy bag and had a mylar blanket to put on the deck, because it would have been a cold night otherwise.
It was like, suddenly it was like dawn.
Yeah.
Started singing and
Tom, infield review of the bivvy then.
Hey?
Infield review of the bivvy, come on. Any good?
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, thanks for that, mate. That was really good.
Yeah, it's decent.
I had a really good sleep anyway. Slept like a baby. Tom didn't. Tom was kept trying to get me to spoon him all night and give him a cuddle. But wasn't really sure of his motive, so I declined.
Yeah, I've got long grain rice. I'm going to add the milk.
You're having long grain rice for breakfast.
Long grain rice for breakfast.
Okay, mate.
And I'm going to have
What are you going to have for dinner? Wheatos?
probably a flapjack.
Just got some oats and some trail mix, which I'm going to mix together.
I'm going to try that mint that we gathered yesterday as well. And
In the rice?
yeah, try that with the rice as well.
Oh dear. Good luck.
Experimentation. Can't be worse than porridge in the Tabasco sauce.
So you've been eating porridge and Tabasco sauce?
Yeah.
Okay. You've got an extraordinary palate, you haven't you?
And it had sugar in as well, which
Yeah.
is nice.
This one's for Zed Outdoors. Zed, you need to get this backpack, man.
It's got your name on it.
Alright guys, we've just set up 4 squirrel traps. We're just practicing really. We've took them down and now we're off for a yomp.
You don't touch that and not get any.
Yeah, you're good to go. You basically just break it off with a nice flat one, and then that's the right side here. And you just slice it.
Birch polypore.
Yeah, that would be.
That's a sterile strip.
That's cool.
Oh, cheers, man. So yeah, just leave the top off. And that's it. Right guys, I just want to take this chance. We're chilling out now, having a brew and stuff. I want to do a couple of shout outs actually. The first one is to the rest of the mad crew that aren't here. It's Paul, Mikey, the big guy, Mad Mickey and Van Cleef. Wicked guys to know, you know, we have some good fun. I haven't been part of it for too long, but yeah, I hope you like the videos we've done so far, so keep an eye out for these guys, they're awesome. The second one is Zed Outdoors. Basically, if you're into bushcraft and you don't follow Zed Outdoors, you need to basically close your YouTube account, man, because you ain't doing it right. I mean, the guy's hilarious, he does some amazing stuff, he's having a great journey, you know, and he's inviting you along with him as well, and you've got to follow him. The third one as well is Mac Tightwad. He's an ex-soldier, he's got some ace stories, he's a proper laugh, and what I like about him is he makes a lot of his own stuff. He's always improvising, making stuff. Things that don't work, he makes them work, he customises it. So yeah, he's a really good guy to follow as well. He's part of the community now, so follow him as well. So now guys, keep up the good work. Alright guys, we're still unable to ID these. It's a toss-up at the moment between dogwood berries or sloes. We know it's not. We know they're too small for damsons, and it's not nightshade. So don't know what they are. If anyone knows, let me know. Get them little white hairs off, because they'll give you problems with your digestion. Tastes like really citrusy, like cross between a lemon and an orange. Just found some yew berries. I think you can actually eat the berries, but the rest of the tree is poisonous, and I think the seeds are poisonous as well, but you could have some balls to eat them.
Sweet, quite nice.
Surprise.
Right guys, we're having a tramp through the forest. We're just chilling out now. We've grabbed a load of wild edibles and got some pine cones as well, which we're going to use as kindling. So yeah, we're going to head back in a bit. Tom's got some bannock mix, so he's going to have a go at that, and then we're going to try and get some insects together and try and go fishing with them. We're going to try some different insects. Just see if it works.
Okay guys, navigation is a very important part of any type of wilderness survival. If you don't know navigation, you'll get yourself lost, and you'll have to use more skills than what you think that you'll need to stay alive or to get to safety. So learn a few navigational tips, and it's going to help you on all your travels. Now basically what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just lining the map up with the ground and with the compass. So my compass is pointing north. That means the very top of my map is also pointing north, so everything that I can see now on that map is lining up with the ground as we can see it at the moment. Now, on this section of the map, we've got a little mine marked here. We're not on any path, we're actually wild navving at the moment. However, we can still locate ourselves even though we're wild navving and we've got no paths. We can see that mine through the trees just over there. Okay? So what we're basically going to do now is just line the compass up with the direction of travel arrow pointing towards that mine that we can see in front of us, and line it up on the map. Now, your location, or our location, is anywhere between that line and that original path down the bottom. There's a little spring there, and just down in this bank here we can see that little spring, so we know that our position is located right here in the middle of this section of forest, and from there we want to get to the path which is at the top of the hill. So we can now measure from this point to the path at the top of the hill using our compass, and that works out at approximately 100 metres. Now 100 metres will take you 1.5 minutes normally if you're walking on a flat surface. However, because we're going uphill, you have to take Naismith's rule into account, which is adding 1 minute for every contour that you're climbing uphill. So in our case, there's 4 contours between where we are to the path. So that's immediately 4 minutes, plus what it would normally take you of 1.5 minutes. So we know that that journey now is going to take us 5.5 minutes, and we'll reach that path, and then from there we can reposition ourselves and carry on with our journey. Okay, let's go. There you go.
There's 90 seconds out, mate. You're gonna have to go back to school.
I mean, all I can do is apologise to the viewers, apologise to my friends and family. I really do try hard, but
You did try your best.
I'm just going to have to... We've walked too fast.
Yeah.
And we... What was it? 10 seconds too quick.
These people are relying on you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honest.
It's too early.
Oh, come here.
Cheers.
Cats keep the claws retracted as well, don't they? Yeah. So when you see a cat,
We found another mound of these beetle carcasses. If anyone knows what these are, let me know. We think it's boar, but we don't know. So if you know, let me know.
Yeah, it's at the steer at the bottom. Another one of Tom's tips. Get yourself some field mint or wild mint. Crush all the leaves up in your hand. Add a little bit of water. Cool. Keep crushing it up. Rub it on you. And that works as an insect repellent. Because it's approaching evening time and we'll have some midges and mozzies coming out at some point soon. Just like that. And at the same time, helps clean your hands a little bit. Cool.
And this guy is field mint.
Natural stuff.
Our guys just made some of the insect repellent that Tom just showed you. Basically, you got to rub the mint leaves around until the juice is brown. So that's what we've done anyway, and I smell gorgeous. So if there's anyone here from a pharmaceutical company that wants to buy that recipe, contact me and Tom. Patent's going to be how much?
Oh,
A couple of million.
yeah.
Couple of million
Yeah,
to
at
start
least.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Bushcraft.
Yeah.
Bushcraft and Tom.
Bushcraft and Tom.
50-50.
Yeah. 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did record it. Really.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only recording, dude. I mean, you know. How can you justify that? How
Alright.
can you justify that? I mean,
Okay. Earthball. People get them mixed up with puffballs.
some monkey one in him.
that's inside.
Nah, that's the normal one, that is. This is a shaggy cap. These are edible.
You think?
Yeah, I think. But yeah, I don't really touch fungi. I think it's a bit of Russian roulette, really.
Yeah.
And I'm no expert on it. But yeah, that's a shaggy cap. These are obviously nettles, perennial weed. You don't really want to be eating these around June, July time because they contain cystoliths, which apparently can cause kidney problems. Usually they're in flower around that time, so if they're in flower you want to steer clear of them. But I will say the jury's out on that one because people have different views on it. But just to be on the safe side, I wouldn't eat them when they're in flower. But they've been through the flower now, and you want to pick these bits at the top, and obviously just boil them up to neutralise the sting. There's one beetle under that frog carrying it.
How amazing is that?
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got some strength in it, and then beat it. Froggy, let's have you for a bit of bait.
Tom's going to season this with Cajun spice
Yes,
and spit roast it.
yes.
And just about pick him up on the camera. There's a road here. Right guys, we finally got it going with the cramp balls. Took a while though because the grass is quite wet. Right, this is our casa. We've all done the same thing, and we've folded our mylar blankets over to reflect the heat. It's going to be a cold one tonight, isn't it, lad?
Certainly is. Yeah. You can feel the temperature difference when we started coming back down into the valley. It had already started getting quite cold. So just reinforced a few things tonight. Just to ensure
We've got a nice stock of wood here, and we got some oak in there which will be burned through the night. So we'll be alright, won't we, lads?
bits and bobs, but I'm just going to go for a plain bread.
Yeah, mint bread, just don't do it for me.
But by doing it this way, I'm going to create a bit of an oven, a bit of a camp oven, and hopefully it won't burn. This is like a blow poker. Allows you to get close into the fire so that you can get air right to the bottom of your coals. It's just a piece of fern, the stem of a fern or bracken, it's also known. And I've basically just cleaned it out with a thin piece of hazel, and that's a workable straw. Right guys, here's a little tip to increase your blowing power on your fire, basically to direct it better and concentrate it in a smaller place. You basically get your fingers and make a little diamond shape like that and just blow through that. That's called the Venturi effect. There we go guys. A little bit of camp bread. Right guys, it's the second morning now. I've had another good night's sleep. Yeah, it's the first time I've just slept on the deck with no form of air mattress or anything like that. I've just basically slept on the floor and it's been absolutely fine, man. I had 2 good nights sleep. The purpose of this really for me was I wanted to put a new survival kit together, and it's no good sort of just buying a ready-made survival kit. I think you've got to get out there for a few days and see what you do and don't sort of really need. So yeah, a couple of things I'm going to put in my kit now is alcohol gel, which I needed, which Al lent me after we prepared that duck, and also contact lens travel kit. You know, if you can't see, you're going to be no good to anyone. So that's a couple of things I'm going to put in. Also, we put some lines out yesterday and it wasn't successful, so I'm going to actually create a fishing kit, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to use a ready-made one. I'm going to go to an angling shop and get the proper shot and a disgorger and floats, and just do it properly, really, and just see if it's, you know, if it's more success. You've got guys out there angling on the lake that spend hundreds of pounds on kit that are there all night that don't get a bite. So, you know, they're going to have more chance than you are. So at least if you get the right kit, you know, you're going to have more luck. Also as well, Tom brought the ducks with him. It would have been really, really, really easy
to pick some up at the lake, but obviously we can't. We don't own the land. But yeah, I think the reason was that he wanted to show us how to prepare the duck. You know, it was a good skill. So yeah, that's why we did that anyway. But we've lived mainly on wild edibles. Yesterday we spent the day eating blackberries, nettles, we've been having pine tea, we've had sorrel, and that's really what we ate for most of yesterday, and we just mixed it with the food we already had, and we've been absolutely fine for 2 days with minimal food and minimal kit. So another thing, guys, we've been using this field guide, Collins Gem. It's been alright, but the problem is it only tells you what you can eat, not what you shouldn't eat, which isn't always that useful. And there's also things we've picked up along the way which is not in here. What was it? Plantain, I don't think is in here.
Cattails.
Yeah, greater reed mace, not in here. Ribwort, is it? So there's certain things really that are out there that we've picked up that are not in here. So it's not really the field guide I'm going to use going forward, but if anyone knows of any small ones like this that perhaps are a bit more suitable, a bit more comprehensive, let me know. Al, have you enjoyed your first bushcraft experience?
It's been absolutely awesome.
Put you on the spot now, and
It's been absolutely awesome. First time I've ever done anything like this, and it's been first of many, definitely. And it's been a weekend of first, from eating wild edibles to doing the duck. It's been absolutely tremendous experience, absolutely loved it. So yeah, it's been awesome.
cracking, mate, you're a natural.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and that's just straight off the coals that are already there from last night.
Yep.
I suppose because like they're underneath and the ash is on top, it kind of keeps the warmth in, doesn't it?
If you've got one of these GI cups or a Crusader cup, or even a titanium cup, and you haven't got any gloves with you, this is a quick way of just handling it. Just get 2 bits of hazel. Grab it like that.
Right, Al, your initiation's complete now.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Mad Crew.
Welcome to the Mad Crew.
Cheers, matey. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah. Now you've got to buy us a breakfast now. That's the second part of the initiation. Eh? Right, we've come to the end of our 2-day survival challenge for Bushcraft 48. This is the way we do it anyway. We've had a good crack. Hope you enjoyed the video. So this is Gaz, Al and Tom signing out. Please like and subscribe.